I'd like to go over exercise 1-2, and the part that I think that you might want to see is just getting the MySQL part to work. And I also wanted to show you how I've set things up. So when I installed XAMPP, I put it in a folder on my USB disk. Notice that I've named it with my last name, so that if anybody finds it, maybe they can identify whose it is if I happen to leave it in the classroom. I took this control.exe, the XAMPP control panel, and I made a shortcut and moved it into the root folder so that I don't have to be hunting around in the XAMPP folder for this every time I want to start the control panel. And then I also I made a bookmark for the index of book apps, and that's just localhost / book apps. And the way that I did this, I just grabbed this icon and then I dragged it into that folder to make a shortcut. Now when we're in this control panel, you want to make sure that you start Apache and then you start MySQL. Now when I go to this index of book apps and then I try to test out this Chapter 4 Product Manager, I get a database error. There's an error connecting to the database, and what it's telling us is that we have to install that database as described in the appendix. And where that's at is it's on page 807. It tells you a little bit about PHP, and then on page 811 and 813 it tells you a little bit about how to install or import the database. But I'm going to show you how to do that right now because it's a little confusing if you've never used phpMyAdmin. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to XAMPP, and for MySQL I can hit the admin button, and what that does is it opens up phpMyAdmin. We're going to talk more about this in a few weeks, and so you'll get very familiar with this. Notice that we have some databases already in here, and you don't want to touch these databases or everything's going to fall apart and you have to reinstall. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to click on Import, and then I'm going to browse to where the file is, and it's in the book apps folder and the _create_db folder, and then there's this file create db SQL. So I'm going to double click on that to open it, and then I'm just going to scroll down and click on Go. And it takes a little while. And once I do that, I'll see the database listed over here on the left. I get a little success node up here, and where this is listed is underneath this My. So I've got two databases here, My Guitar Shop 1 and My Guitar Shop 2. And if you click on this, you're going to see what's in this database. If I click on Browse, for example, I can see the categories listed. So I have 3 categories with 3 category names, and if I go back I could look at products, and I can see that I have some product names here. Okay, so now if I go back to that that web page that didn't work before, and now I hit reload, or I'm sorry, refresh, then I can see that this page works.